Skip the $150 prime rib dinner this Christmas. I'm going to show you how to feed 4 people for under 35 bucks with smoked beef shanks, which look just as elegant on your holiday table. Let's get at it. Now look, I've cooked hundreds of prime ribs in my career. They're great, but beef shanks, they're the most underrated cut for special occasions, and here's why. First, the cost. 4 pounds of bone-in beef shanks runs about 25 bucks depending on where you get it from. That same money gets you maybe a pound of prime rib, not enough to feed your family. I was actually inspired for this recipe by the fact that they were available at my local Costco for $5.99 a pound. Second, they're actually easier to cook. Prime rib has a narrow window between perfect and overcooked. Beef shanks, the longer you braise them, the better they get. Almost impossible to mess up. Third, and this is the chef in me talking, that bone marrow and connective tissue breaks down into this rich, silky sauce that prime rib just doesn't match. You're getting restaurant quality depth of flavor here. And we're smoking these first, then braising them in red wine. That's a technique you don't usually find in most ossobuco recipes. All right, here's what you need. 4 pounds of bone-in beef shanks. If you can get these from your local butcher, call ahead because they might need to special order these. Get them by December 15th if you're making this for Christmas or the New Year's holiday. As you can see, I have already smoked these. This is a chef tip to save you time on the day of the meal by doing it up to several days in advance. To get this beautiful mahogany color, I started by trimming them to remove any unusable fat and sinew. Then for seasoning, I'm keeping it simple. Dalmatian rub. You probably remember this from my brisket video. It's a 50-50 blend of Morton's kosher salt and coarse black pepper. We're letting the smoke and wine do the heavy lifting here. As for the wine, use something you'd actually drink. It doesn't have to be expensive, but don't use cooking wine. I'm using 2 cups of a nice Merlot. Additionally, 2 cups unsalted beef stock, a large onion, 2 peeled carrots, and 2 celery stalks, all roughly chopped for the braising liquid. Our classic mirepoix. Lastly, 4 smashed garlic cloves, 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, 2 sprigs of fresh rosemary and thyme, and a bay leaf. Now here's a chef tip most people skip. Let them sit out at room temperature for about 30 minutes before they hit the smoker. You want a nice even cook from edge to edge. Bird is running at 225 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm using a mixture of post oak and pecan pellets today because it pairs beautifully with beef and won't overpower that red wine sauce we're using. I love the Central East Texas flavor profile for this. Hickory works too, if that's what you've got. They go on for 3 to 4 hours. We're not cooking them through, we're building a smoke ring and adding a layer of flavor before they braise. You're looking for a nice mahogany color and an internal temperature around 150 degrees Fahrenheit. Time is approximate depending upon the size of the shanks and their thickness, so be sure to use a thermometer. Since we smoked these yesterday, I pulled them out about 20 minutes ago to get acclimated closer to room temperature, and now we can work on building our braising liquid. Dutch oven on medium-high heat, a little olive oil. To make this even better, we will take a few minutes to sear the now smoked shanks just to add some color and a little more flavor to the sauce. Remove them to a plate and add a little more oil. Now we add our mirepoix, onions, carrots, celery. We're sweating these down for about 5 minutes until they have softened and get a little color. Next, add your tomato paste. We want to work this into the vegetables and allow them to roast in the pan for 2 to 3 minutes. Watch for burning though. Now the good stuff. 2 cups of red wine, and listen to that sizzle. We're deglazing the bottom of the pot, scraping up all those nice brown bits. That's flavor. 2 cups of unsalted beef stock go in. This can be homemade, which I normally would use, but if you need to, you can add store-bought. We use unsalted stock to control the sodium at this point. And your bay leaves, fresh thyme, rosemary, and simmer for 2 minutes. This is going to reduce and concentrate while we braise. Now the shanks and any juice on the plate are going right into this braising liquid. We're bringing this up to a low simmer, then cover, and place on the lower middle shelf of a 300 degree Fahrenheit oven for 3.5 to 4 hours. You'll know when they're done, when the meat is fork tender and is pulling away from the bone. Low and slow, that's the secret. I will have all 3 of these recipes up on the Brinner Bites website. Links are in the description below. And for planning purposes, allow about 1 pound of beef per person. It sounds like a lot, but there's a bone as well as connective tissue that won't be edible. And honestly, who's going to complain about possible leftovers? Hey, come here a second. If these videos are something you like, and you'd like to help me build the channel, please think about liking and subscribing. Let's get back to the video. Shh. While those shanks are braising, we'll make our smoked gouda mashers. These are not your average mashed. 2 pounds of Yukon Golds, peeled and quartered, into boiling salted water for about 15 to 20 minutes until they are fork tender. Drain them well, and here's a chef tip. You don't want watery mashed potatoes. Put them back in the hot pot to steam off any excess moisture for 1 minute. Now we're mashing. I like the potato masher for texture, but use a ricer if you want them super smooth. Then our smoked gouda, along with half a stick of unsalted butter combined with a half cup of heavy cream warmed up on the stove. Fold it all in gently. That smoked gouda is gonna melt right in and give you this incredible smoky, creamy flavor that pairs perfectly with the beef. Taste and adjust. These should be rich, smooth, and have that subtle smoke flavor coming through. Cover and keep warm. Last component, garlicky green beans with fresh gremolata. This is crucial because all that rich beef and creamy potatoes need something bright to cut through it. Half a pound of fresh green beans, trimmed, boiled in salted water for 4 to 5 minutes. We want them to be tender but still have a little snap. Ice bath immediately to stop the cooking and keep that bright green color, then drain. Sauté pan, little olive oil, sliced garlic, green beans go in, toss them around for about 2 minutes to just warm them through, and the garlic gets fragrant. Now for the gremolata, this is Italian, super simple. Fresh parsley, lemon zest, minced garlic, possibly a little olive oil and salt. Mix it all together. This gets spooned over the green beans right before serving. That fresh lemon and parsley, that's what makes this a complete restaurant quality meal. All right, we're at about 3.5 hours. Let's check those shanks. Look at that. The meat is literally falling off the bone. That's what we want. Fork goes right through it. I'm pulling the shanks out and we're gonna strain the braising liquid. Look how rich and glossy that is. All that bone marrow, all that connective tissue, it's broken down into this incredible sauce. Skim off any excess fat if needed. Quick simmer to reduce it down if it's too thin. You want it to coat the back of a spoon. Now let's plate this up like a restaurant. Smoked gouda mashes go down first. Make a nice bed. Beef shanks right on top. Spoon that red wine sauce all over everything. Don't be shy. Green beans on the side with that fresh gremolata over the top. Look at this. This is a $50 meal that looks like it came from a steakhouse. Fork tender beef, that smoke flavor coming through, rich wine sauce, creamy potatoes, bright gremolata. This is what I'm talking about when I say beef shanks beat prime rib for Christmas dinner. So there you have it. Restaurant quality Christmas dinner for 4 people with the entire meal under $35. Compare that to a prime rib at $150 or more, and you're seeing serious money savings without sacrificing anything on flavor or presentation. Here's what you need to do if you're making this for Christmas. If you have a local Costco near you, grab these. They won't be there long. If not, call your butcher this week by December 15th at the latest. Most of them need to special order bone-in beef shanks, so don't wait until the last minute. The leftovers are going to be amazing, if there are any. And if you want other ideas on how to give your leftovers the Brinner Smokehouse treatment, look at this video here. If you try this recipe, drop a comment below and let me know how many people you're feeding. As always, thank you for watching, and may your family get-togethers be joyous. Later, Gator.